Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of the OG Community Podcast. I'm your host Ryan, aka OG. Today I'm here with Game Changer Mods, or Greg. He's a good friend of mine, an author, an amazing Game Boy modder, and all-around cool dude. Some of the things we'll be talking about today, just some general life stuff, Game Boy modding, and definitely all about his new book called Game Boy Modding. But sit down, relax, and enjoy the podcast. So I'm here with Greg today, Game Changer Mods. That's the intro right there. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Dude, I'm good. I'm happy to be doing this. Happy to have you on today. It's a beautiful day out. It's fucking hot as hell. What's it?
I know. I was thinking about hanging on my fire escape right now, actually.
Yeah, that could be a good move.
But.
Yeah. So it's hot in the city as well. It's been toasty the last couple of days. You guys have any rain?
It was a little misty yesterday. It's like 90 today. I mean,
okay.
You know, it's July, so I think it's a beautiful normal July day, right?
Yeah. But, are people still inside are the people still quarantining and shit, or what's the deal with that?
I don't really think people are. This sort of quarantine is over. We're in phase 4 of the reopening.
Right.
But they didn't add anything new because there's, I guess, going to be a lot of indoor stuff included in the phase 4, but they just nixed all of that.
That's not going to work.
Yeah. So, everyone goes, the restaurants are kind of popping off. There's all these restaurants are just in the street now, and people go to bars and just basically drink in the street. So yeah, the whole vibe where everyone's just like locked to stay home in your apartment
isn't there anymore, really.
Not really. People are going back.
Yeah, that's pretty much here too. Like, we have some of the lowest cases in New York State, I'm pretty sure, in terms of just overall cases. We've had like maybe a couple deaths in our county, in Tompkins County here. And but people are like super diligent about wearing masks and shit, which is good. Like still right now, like you'll go out on the street and like everyone's wearing a mask if they're out for the most part. So yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, you got to, because it's crazy. Like Florida's like popping off with the cases now, and just everything going on is wild.
I don't know why they have to do this, honestly.
It's so silly. And it's like they feel so justified and so like right in their stance to like, yeah, fuck that. People are suing now against the people that made the mask law. It's like so ridiculous. It's really weird.
It's really weird and upsetting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's where you're at least.
Also, in New York, we're like, the reason we're out and going to bars and restaurants in a sort of safe way is because we really endured some shit, and like we locked down for a long time, and we got shit under control. We all wore masks, and now it's under control. It's not increasing or anything.
Yeah.
But we're just worried now that these Floridians or Arizonans, whatever, come in and fuck up our whole shit.
Straight up.
But I mean, you remember like those when the shit was first going down, they were like moving footage from Italy of people singing on their balconies during quarantine. Like Florida has more cases in one day
than Italy had
at that time. When
Jesus
it was like,
Christ. Yeah, that's insane.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and like they have to be like doing shit inside. It's not like it's just from them going to the beaches, or I don't think it's just like, I mean, maybe it is, but I feel like they got to be restaurants and clubs and like that kind of stuff too. Like, what are they doing?
I mean, I think the other thing obviously is like, New York City never stopped protesting. I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
much you see on the media or Instagram or whatever, but
Oh yeah. I mean, same here. Like I still every day, same shit.
right.
It's
Yeah,
not
so,
as big a protest, just because we don't have the numbers y'all have, but every day.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, New York, you know, there's multiple protests still happening, but still we haven't had a significant. It hasn't led to more cases.
Yeah, we've had like 5 more cases, I think.
Yeah. So it's all about the masks, I think. So
Yeah.
even if you go to the beach,
Yeah, just wear a mask. Yeah.
like New Yorkers are going to the beach, they're just messed up.
Right. Yeah. That's it. So you heard it here. There you go. That's a PSA right there.
You don't
All
want, folks. You don't want to go through what we went through in New York.
Straight
Not
up. Straight up. It didn't look fun. I wasn't in the shit, but I mean, I had to go. So I had to go for my second treatment or whatever for my MS the day before they shut everything down in New Jersey, March 22nd or something. And that day they had 35 cases in that fucking hospital. And from there, just boom. So yeah, shit's crazy. You don't want to see that happen again. Anyways, so Brooklyn is doing good though, right? You live in Brooklyn, right?
Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, yeah.
Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And
Brooklyn is doing good.
yeah, people are chilling. People are starting to get back to the norms. Both, I mean, still obviously dealing with, the whole racial injustice thing. That's still a pressing issue. And is it that you said there's protests every day? So that's cool to see still.
Yeah, they never stopped.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, they're just strong. I mean, it's just like the perfect storm of events. No one has jobs to go to.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, like I go to these bike protests. There's one later today.
I was telling my girlfriend about that. That's so cool.
There's so much, like, it's a moving, powerful experience.
Yeah.
But when you're riding to the protest, it's not uncommon to pass 2 or 3 other protests on like a Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
The whole city's popping off.
Yeah.
There's occupations. I mean, yeah, New York is basically still fully in protest.
I love that.
Like, it feels like the Joker.
Right.
Is that what that movie was called? The Joker?
The one, yeah, the most recent one with
Joker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joker. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I saw it. The movie was crazy. Like really intense.
When he's dancing on the police cars and shit?
Yeah.
Spoilers, but like, or even like, New York City has like a major Gotham City vibe, right?
Yeah.
Now. It's just
like vigilante.
Arrest and like Harvey Dent and like Commissioner Gordon being like, get the helicopter, just like that.
Yeah.
But in like a positive way.
Yeah. No, I mean, you could look at Batman was positive overall. They needed to change the city. So it's kind of like that. That's crazy, man. That's cool.
Should I not smoke on this feed or what?
No, I mean, it's YouTube. People smoke on YouTube. It's all good. I don't know. We're a 420 friendly channel, bro.
Okay, cool.
At least me, dude. So people watching might care.
It's your channel. So,
that's the thing.
You're a YouTuber now.
Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. That's crazy. Cheers to that. Wait, I got water. I'll cheers to that with my water. Boom. Boom. So that's cool. Yeah, I wanted to ask about that. How's the YouTube's going for you, bro?
I have no bad feelings about it. I mean, I was doing a video a day, pretty much.
I know. I was keeping up with it for the most part, too.
Since January 1st.
Right.
I haven't really done one in maybe a month or so, but let me see. Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I had no negative feelings about it.
That's sick.
It's been a month. And through COVID, I was doing them every day, and it's kind of helping me through a lot. But
yeah.
Then the George Floyd shit started happening, and the thing with the vlogs, the one sort of boring thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that I don't really do too much. So like, go out and skateboard and like take some pictures of graffiti or whatever and say some shit. But it was generally the same thing over and over again.
Right.
So you're always looking for stuff to do, some excitement to put on film,
Yeah.
But then the most basically exciting thing happened is that, you know, the whole city's basically burning to the ground, it feels like.
Right.
And, but I don't know, I didn't really feel compelled to document it.
It's tough. I think that's.
I took a couple videos and I just shared them with my family and stuff, but just to have. But yeah, I didn't really want. I just.
No, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think you're gonna come back to it?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to do. Okay, it's gonna be a branching path conversationally. Okay.
Yeah.
Check it
All
out.
right. Segue.
But we have to choose. We have to choose the path.
Okay. This is like a video game.
Yeah. So I haven't done a video in a while, but I've been wanting to post one. I had this video that I wanted to do about watches and why I love watches, and I wanted to get it up before Tuesday because, like I was telling you, this Wolf Den video is dropping on Tuesday.
Right.
So I wanted to have some fresh content on there, but we'll see if I can get it done.
Yeah. What do you want? So yeah, people have some watch questions too. People know you're into watches, bro.
Okay, cool.
I mean, there was one I liked, and I share with my girlfriend because I thought it was funny. It's like, dude, when are the Casio watch mods? Are we gonna get some watch mods or something?
Someone asked this?
Yes. Here, let me see who said it. Kelton Wagley, at Kelton Wagley on Instagram. Casio watch mods when?
Soon. They are coming.
You can mod a Casio watch?
Yes.
That is sick. What do you do to them?
It's a lot like what we do to the Game Boys, to be honest.
Okay.
Colorways.
Okay. Damn. That makes me excited, honestly. That's cool.
Yeah, we're still ironing out the kinks. And it's awesome to see that. Yeah, I mean, people have been asking me that too. And
that's crazy.
It's getting good. A good response from people, so that's pretty heartening. Yeah. I think it's going to be a good direction.
Good venture, yeah. Because my girlfriend was literally saying, she's like, I want to buy like this color watch. She's like, do you think I should get this one? Do you think I should get this one? I'm like, you should get both. They're both cool colors. Like, and people love accessorizing. How many watches do you have?
I got maybe 15 solid watches that I like. But I've only been collecting for a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe hoarding, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
And I've been.
There are systems on my walls.
I know.
We're at that point.
I've been ramping up the price points a little bit too, so I don't know. This is a snowballing habit of mine that I don't know. But yeah, you know, Casios have a lot in common with Game Boy.
Yeah.
And like, you know, just on the face of them, they're like a little LCD thing.
Right.
From the 80s with the sort of iconic design.
Right. Right. Like even though I haven't owned a Casio, I can totally picture one, and like the screen and the buttons and everything, like it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the story of their, I mean, I like G-Shocks. I don't think we're going to be modding G-Shocks anytime soon, but
yeah, I've had one of those.
Yeah, the story of the G-Shock has a lot in common with like the story of the Game Boy, and like Gunpei Yokoi's, like the inspiration for it is sort of told in this similar sort of mythic way, and then this sort of just brilliant guy was like, this is how we're going to design this, and it's going to be perfect, and you can continue to sell basically this iconic perfect product for like 40 years going strong. Here you go.
Yeah, boom.
It's
Same,
like
it's like a Game Boy.
Yeah, I think I don't know, maybe there's something about business culture in Japan that fosters those kind of because it makes sense, you know. If you're Nintendo or you're Casio, I think Casio is like a family-owned thing. This guy's not part of the family. I think his name's like Sato Iwa or something like that. I'm looking it up. But you know, like these are like Steve Jobs kind of guys, you know, like
Oh yeah,
Kiko
geniuses.
eBay, Kiko eBay.
Kiko eBay.
Yeah, so why wouldn't you want that for your company, right? Why
Right.
wouldn't you like give this person all the resources and all the support that they need to like see their vision through and sort of get out of the way, and then like you have G-Shocks or you have Game Boy. Like honestly,
Right.
like Nintendo's lucky because they got two at least. I mean, you know, like
their designs kept going and they keep going. Doesn't end.
yeah, and they got Miyamoto also on the software side. So like
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say arguably too, like the Switch is going to be the least durable console they've had ever. And like the shortest lifespan in terms of like actual hardware lifespan. Whereas like a Game Boy or a Casio, those are lasting 30 years, 40 years, like
you think Switch will have the shortest of any Nintendo console?
100%.
You think it's already on its way out?
I'm saying just lifespan in terms of like the actual hardware, like they break all the time, the durability, like yeah. I mean just all the Joy-Con problems out the gate and still having those issues. It's just like
Yeah, I saw that meme, the Joy-Con meme with the
yeah.
but yeah, Game Boys are remarkably durable little things. Honestly,
Insane.
like, they really do hold up. Yeah, for sure.
Someone asked a good question. This would be a good segue because with this has to do with a bunch of stuff really. Because so with COVID and with I think people having some extra spending money now with the kind of a surge in interest in retro gaming in general, and just a bunch of things. Like I'm saying, there's been a serious spike in price, kind of across the board. I'll start by asking, like, have you seen that? Have you seen kind of a spike across the board in either like materials that you need to buy as a modder or just kind of the things you sell tangential to your Game Boys, like the stuff you carry in the Etsy store?
No,
No.
things are for this. I mean, for collectibles, yes.
Yeah.
I don't really keep up with price charting too much. Like when me and Ben were selling more games and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ben is his brother. Keep plugging on Instagram. Shout out Ben. Dope dude.
Ben is co-owner and co-modder of Game Changer Mods.
There you go.
But
Spike.
as he said yesterday, I'm the face of the company. So what was that? What was it?
Spike in price or at
Yeah,
both.
so we don't
you
check
don't-
price charting anymore.
Right.
So those kind of prices,
Yeah.
definitely. Like how much is Zombies Ate My Neighbors worth right now?
It's got to be like $50 loose, I'm sure, or maybe $40 loose.
So
But
yeah,
it was a $25-$35 game last year, so
what is it, like 300 in the box or something?
geez, that'd be crazy. I paid like $60 for my box, so but yeah, we can Google it real quick.
I got it. Yeah.
Price charting zombies, and there's a box variant too, which is crazy price. It's like it's 120. It says.
Okay.
Yeah, it hit. There was a while for it was going for like 160, 180 right there. Seems to have gone down a little bit. Anyways, yeah, stuff has gone up for the most part, I think.
And we did see. Well, I think what happened in our, you know, the hardest thing for us to get is the Game Boy.
Right. 100%.
So those prices fluctuated a little bit at first, like with COVID and shit, but I haven't really seen an explosion. I think if anything, there are so many people getting into modding now that
That too.
things are more affordable because they can produce them in the quantities that you need to get a good deal on the manufacturing, and there's still a market for them.
That's
like
cool.
remember those McWill backlights, like they kept selling out, like
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, that's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, if
And
they can do big runs of that shit, then
yeah,
then it's available stuff.
and they're better now. Like even just then, like the screens that we've seen in the last couple of months are even better at the IPS screens. You seen the IPS color screens? Which ones do you prefer?
Well, they're both rather beautiful. I think the IPS would be preferable because it's full size.
Yeah,
And it's a rather beautiful screen, I must say.
it's pretty, dude. It's pretty.
You know, I don't quite understand from a technical perspective how this works, and maybe someone can. I mean, there's people I could ask. I could ask
Dude,
Olivier Ramadi, but
yeah, there's so many people that follow me that know so much more
yeah.
than I do about all of this stuff. So yeah, someone will know.
But like, why? You know, why does the McWheel have to be smaller?
Yeah, we had that conversation when these things were first coming out.
Right? Like, why
Yeah,
still
why
get
is
it?
it? Yeah, I still don't get it either. Yeah, because they make screens of all sizes. Like I have two screens in front of me that are like, I don't get
Yeah,
it.
I think the only reason is like you haven't done the IPS one, right? So
No.
the screen is actually it's like a 3.5-inch widescreen.
Right, and then it's like software locked to
Exactly. Yeah.
right.
That's what
Yes.
that cable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
interesting.
the screens they use, I'm pretty sure, are just general screens,
Right,
and they don't produce like the PCBs and the ribbons are custom made. Right.
right,
The screens are not, and
right.
I guess they don't actually. We're sitting here like, don't they make screens of every size? I don't know. Maybe they don't.
No, yeah, I think that's the answer.
No.
I think that's the answer. It's like no, they don't. And it just so happens that the Game Boy, there's just one that fits almost.
Yeah. So I think that's
Yeah,
basically. I don't know. Someone leave it in the comments and tell
yeah.
us.
No, that's gotta be what it is. So that's cool that you haven't noticed that much of a spike in terms of like, because that's what I always realized was like when I was doing the Game Boy mods, Game Boys is a hard thing to get. It's like, and I noticed too with stuff that I bought from Japan, like right before the pandemic hit, the shipping was all delayed for a while.
That was a big problem. Yeah. The people selling stuff overseas had like a shipping crisis. I
Yeah,
mean, everyone did, but
yeah,
when you're like a Japanese seller on American eBay and your whole business is like DHL 4 days to New York kind of thing,
yeah.
and then that whole thing falls apart, the shipping prices were really starting to fluctuate. But I think it's at a good level right now.
Yeah, I've noticed it's the couple of things I've ordered from Japan are moving quicker now than they were 2-3 months ago at least. But so that's good.
Yeah.
Let's get to some. I don't know. I've got one or two. I'm gonna ask my own questions because I like my own questions.
Yeah,
But so you released a book. Tell us about that a little bit. I mean, you've released a couple of books, but your latest book. Boom. Game Boy modding. That's what he does, guys. He does that.
So yeah, I made this book, you know.
It's pretty incredible. I actually gave my copy to someone. I have to get another one.
I noticed you did that.
Yeah.
You raffled it, right?
No, I didn't raffle it. I gave it away. Or maybe it was it was part of the charity raffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says like interviews with some other modders and stuff in there. That's
Super cool.
esoteric.
Who's that?
Esoteric mods.
Oh
Sean.
yeah, Sean. He's another homie. Good guy. Smart dude.
Yeah, the YouTube channel was popping off too. Sure.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos, but I haven't kept up totally to date. I know he's making a game right now. I gotta have him on here. Talk to him about that. That would be cool. So yeah, the book. How's it been going? Was it successes, ups and downs of the whole thing? I mean, what's going on? Where are you at right now with it?
Great question. You know, the process has a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
but in some ways you can control it.
Yeah.
Like, this book looks exactly how it did in my mind when I very first got the flash of inspiration for it, and I was like, oh yeah, duh, I should make this book. It immediately sort of came together.
When did that, when was that first idea?
This may be playing to the other question, is I guess basically I've been modding for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I think within 3 months of doing it,
Yeah.
I remember I was walking down the street, I was like, oh duh.
That's so cool.
I think that's what kind of kept me going, because I was like, all right, it's gonna take a couple years if I want to make this book to like, and you know, my Instagram was popping off too then.
Right. It was like a perfect storm type of thing.
So yeah, I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep building the Instagram, keep building the mods, and then pitch the book, and then you know, write the book. And basically, this is 3 years later. This is actually like the 3-year anniversary of Game Changer Mods this week or something like that.
Wow. Cheers, dude. Cheers to that. 3 years, bro. That's sick.
So yeah, I mean, the book, I was writing it for 18 months, half that time. So I mean, yeah, it happened right away. Because I'm always looking for stuff to make books about, you know. So
right.
But yeah, you know, it's cool because I never really had an audience before, and now to see people like, you know, posting it. The cool that people who get it post about it and they tag me in it. I love seeing that, but I also love seeing shots of people seeing it in the wild, like at bookstores.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
I'm sure that's really cool. It's got to be.
So yeah, to have these people, I get feedback from them, and you know, I don't know. Basically, right now, I would say it's a success because it came out perfectly. But I don't know. I'm waiting on those first quarter sales figures, basically. I don't know.
Awesome. Yeah.
I don't know how it's doing.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, congrats, number one. Just again, I know I've said it before. So cool that you were able to. I mean, you consider yourself an author first, right? What do you Yeah.
I've been making books since I was a little kid, and I've always pictured myself to be a cartoonist in one regard or another.
Right.
And, you know, since I moved to the city in 2007, and immediately set to work on making a book. I was like, okay, this is what it needs. I'll make a book of short stories, and I made it. And then I was like, okay, cool. Now I need to make a full-length graphic novel, and I did that. And so from basically the moment I moved to the city, I became serious about being an author and writing books to get them published, and then getting books published. I mean, so it's been a long time of dedication and just like slaving, or I'll retract that word. Just like working so hard to make books, you know. And it's definitely a sort of isolation kind of thing, you know. And I, on the other hand, never really built an audience as a cartoonist.
Right.
My books are pretty small, you know. I'm not Neil Gaiman over. And they're about, like, one of my books is about unions, so like, it's like a small subject, you know.
Yeah, it's a niche audience as it is.
So it's cool that I had this gaming audience who wanted a gaming book, and then it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that asked me, I think you bring up a good point about the audience thing. It's like Instagram is such a crazy platform, just social media in general, but Instagram specifically, and especially 3 years ago when it was really popping off heavy, like to be able to build an audience by just consistently putting out content is like, that's pretty cool. Like, and then as someone who's kind of smart enough or works hard enough to turn that audience into like a monetary thing, like monetize that audience in a, you know, I like to say like an ethical way, or like just
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
just like figuring that out it's just cool that it's possible. And I think just building that audience, for me personally, that's huge. And it sounds like that was really key in the success of not only the Game Boy modding business, but possibly a lot of the or initial success of the book or whatever. A lot of the people that were.
Yeah, I mean, it got to the point where, you know, I started working at the bookstore in like 2007 also.
Right.
I moved to the city. I worked at a grocery store. I met this guy and he was like, yo, what's good? I was like, he learned that I could rap. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to put you on. And I made like a bunch of rap albums with this crew.
Hell yeah.
And
What was the crew's name?
Monk House.
Monk House. Okay.
So that was like the first 6 months of living in New York.
Cool.
And then I got this job at this bookstore. And I had been there ever since, basically. Anyway, the rapping thing was just an aside, but
no, but it's dude. You have like the perfect intro to like a movie of New York of just a dude in New York, bro. Just
that happens, yeah.
it happens. It's everyone's first time in New York. They got into a rap group, then they go to work at a bookstore, a coffee shop, and that's it.
Well, yeah, so I stayed at this bookstore for 13 years, though.
Damn.
But the whole time
are you still there?
Well, no, he said we all got laid off.
That's lame, but yeah.
So I'm working there, and at the same time, I'm trying to be an author, and I'm like seeing all these books, and I'm like, man, what I got to do to get freaking book published? Like,
right.
These books are not that great, and like, I'm not even saying my books are better. I'm just saying like they're as good.
Right.
What do I have to do? And then, you know, Instagram and shit I basically was non-existent in 2007. And now to work the points of social media now is like everything.
2007, we were still on AIM or like AOL chat, I feel like. Maybe it was a couple of years before that. But shit.
So yeah, so at some point when that started popping off, you learn and you realize you're like, oh, these publishers don't even care about the book. All they care about are these numbers. And you start to see a lot of books coming out. It's like, okay, this is fine, but like, huh? And it's like Amazon #1 for 3 years or something because they have 3 million Instagram followers. And the publishers just come swoop down and try to give them deals.
Wow.
Because book publishers have no idea what's cool or what's good or what's sell.
What's the average age of like a book publisher, would you say?
In my experience and sort of mid-level that I'm talking about that I've worked with, yeah, I mean 45 to 60 maybe.
There you go. They're just not cool.
But those are just the ones I've worked with. This is the whole industry, you know.
Yeah.
These are the ones I work with are like some guy puts together some money and starts publishing books, and like it's an independent press. And like that's, you know, there's other ones that are huge and they have giant offices and like 1 million editors and they've been going for 100 years and like blah 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 blah. So I don't know anything about that world. You know? True. But anyway, they're like everybody. They're just trend chasers, and you have to give them some. Like in my mind, it's always like, and props to No Stars because they saw that this was cool. That's how you become an author. Is you just make 1 million books, and it's like getting married. It's like it only takes one, right?
Hopefully.
You don't need to meet five women that you want to marry. You need to meet one. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, that's the point.
So it's like that. It's like you only need one publisher to also think your idea is cool, you know?
Right.
So if you keep throwing stuff at the wall, eventually more stuff will stick. But anyway, so they don't know what's cool, even if you put it in front of their face. So they need Instagram to tell them.
To kind of tell them what's cool, because if 3 million other people think this is cool, or in your case,
or at least they can just advertise it to their followers.
Right.
Because publishers have zero marketing. Like
that's crazy.
When you think about like a product or a like piece of media or like a movie or a game, think of the marketing machine that is put behind it.
Oh, so much.
Like posters. Simple concept.
Very simple concept.
Publishers don't do anything like that.
Yeah.
It's a part of the whole business. They're just like, huh? What do you mean? We put out this book. It's like, yeah, but are you telling anyone about it? They're like, yeah, we're sending emails out. It's just like, so it's on me. It's on the author to really have to tell your audience that it exists, you know. So it's good that I have them for sure. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy that I'm just baffled by like their approach and laid backness to everything that's not getting the book made or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it makes sense. People who go into publishing are literary types. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not salespeople.
Right.
They're not like marketing geniuses. They're just
Right.
like, So it makes sense that it's overlooked.
Yeah.
Luckily, I consider myself to be somewhat good at marketing. I think that's a very important thing. So
Yeah. I think you're pretty good.
I mean, yeah, the book is kind of a marketing exercise in itself, So
Yeah.
like, luckily, I can give them ideas and stuff like that. But it's cool that it's almost like because like it's sort of like Game Boy porn or something like that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So it's easier to build an audience with that. So I kind of snuck in through the back door. But now I have to only make books about gaming for the rest of my life. So,
You feel that way? Like genuinely you feel that way or?
No, but I'm like, I have this audience.
Yeah. So you got to use it or you got to at least,
Luckily, props to my audience. They're diverse and very intelligent group of people who, like, I think the Watches are a good example. They're open to other things.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. 100%. I think people are open to just, you know what I think a good point is, even someone like myself who I recently got into the Dreamcast, like I've never owned a Dreamcast before. I played a Dreamcast maybe one time before the year 2020. Like
you put some new shells on them, right?
Dude, I got super into finding like really old. I was finding the vintage shells, like the ones they produced back when it was coming out, and so that was really cool. I found a couple of those, and also just people made the SD card loader, so you can load games, completely get rid of the CD drive, forget about that, and load completely legally obtained backups straight through a SD card into the Dreamcast, and like that changed the game. I think so. I had no idea about that, and I didn't know. I was like, oh, maybe I should make a couple of these to sell or whatever. And dude, I was so surprised how many people wanted to also try out a Dreamcast for the first time. Like also be like, damn, that's cool. Like so many cool games. Like, and yeah, so to that point, I think this audience, this community in general is very into trying that next cool thing or getting into that next niche hobby for like monitors, these crazy old monitors. Like that's like a whole other thing I'm into that is completely separate, but also right there next to what I'm doing. It's crazy.
Wait, so yeah, Dreamcast is like my favorite system.
Yeah, that's.
I think it's the best console ever. I don't know if it's my favorite.
Okay.
I give it the award for being the best console ever, the first next gen console.
I like that.
And if you ever name any console that Nintendo put out, and go down the list of AAA Nintendo gems, Zelda, blah blah blah. For any Dreamcast can go up against any Nintendo console.
I think you're right. I mean, I know you're right. I know you're right because I've played a lot of them now, and it blows my mind. I'm pissed I didn't find out earlier, truthfully.
Dude, I was on board in 1999 with EGM. Like, oh my fucking god! Yeah. I had one. We jammed on that shit so hard.
That is so sick. What was your back in the day? What was your favorite game for the Dreamcast?
I mean,
like multiplayer, you're chilling with homies. What are you playing?
Power Stone, basically.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say that because that's one of my favorite games for sure that I've discovered.
It's like the best game ever made.
It is so sick.
And you know what the other best game ever made? It's It's like, I mean, it's the best party console there is, basically.
Yeah.
But have you played ChuChu Rocket?
Like for minutes. I didn't give it a good chance. I really got to get into it.
I mean, it's hectic, but
It's hectic.
I think it's.
Do you think you need to play it with like multiple people?
I think you can play it and get good at it, and then you're gonna want to play with some other people who are good.
Right. That makes sense.
But it's a small masterpiece, a small triumph on the Dreamcast for sure. And you know, the Dreamcast is like when you play PlayStation 1 versus N64, you know,
Right.
You're like okay, it feels different. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah,
right?
it was clear that Sony was going for one thing and Nintendo was trying to do a different thing.
And just sort of graphically and like how the games work, like you can't really go one for one in like the feel of it. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're very different.
And I think Dreamcast has its own unique feel like that nothing can really touch, and it's just so on point.
Dude, I agree. Dreamcast. I mean, so you said it's not. You said it's the best console ever made, but maybe not your favorite favorite console. Would it be your favorite too, or you have a different favorite?
PlayStation 1 is probably my favorite.
PlayStation 1. And what's the banger game on PlayStation 1? Which one do you have on there? Yeah, dude, what do you got?
On PlayStation 1, it gave us everything we know today.
That's true.
Ghosts of something or other? You play that?
Ghost of Tsushima, dude. Incredible.
I mean, it's a PlayStation game. You ever heard of Tenchu? I mean, like.
True.
Silent Hill, Metal Gear. I mean, these are two. Resident Evil.
Yeah, all OGs. That started at the PS1. Yeah.
Not to mention Final Fantasy. All
right. There's a lot of good PS1 titles.
Squaresoft was really pumping out their greatest achievements at the time, I think, and so many that you don't have time for them to play them all. Like Vagrant Story. I was just thinking about this game the other day. It's like a 3D adventure game with like RPG elements. I'm not too sure because I never played it.
Yeah.
This looks so sick, and it's just like they had tens just like slipping through the cracks. There were so many.
Right, that's crazy. And like that's a lot of all the gems that are like hundreds of dollars now are those tens that slipped through the cracks back then. PS1 went crazy in price. If you're trying to collect for PS1, you should have done it 5 years ago, because now it'll cost you a mortgage payment on a house pretty much. It's insane. Some of the games are.
For what game?
Not all the. I'm just saying like the combined total of like PS1 bangers. Like there are so many $200, $300 games in that library. Oh yeah, dude.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Do it. I mean, we can do this pretty easy. I'm right here.
I'm right here too.
Oh shit. Sort by price, high to low.
Wow. Brave Fencer Musashi's 100 books complete.
Yeah, I mean the top 20 are all over 100. More than that.
So most of these Square games, like Xenogears, is 90 bucks complete.
Yeah.
But not the ones that were greatest hits, probably.
Yeah, probably not. But it's even like you can scrolling down half the page, you're still at 50, 70. Like, it's crazy. It's expensive.
But like Final Fantasy 8 and stuff?
Cheap,
right?
Yeah.
And
all the PlayStation 2 Final Fantasy is still super cheap. Yeah. I just sold a bunch of those.
Yeah, and then like the PlayStation 3 Final Fantasy games are like $199.
Probably you could still get them. Yeah, exactly. PS2 has a couple, really expensive games too, but the old, that era right now, well, GameCube 2 is going insane prices.
Yeah. And Dreamcast probably is too, right?
Yeah, Dreamcast for sure. Like, Dreamcast, I feel, is driven by mostly the collector market or collector audience, where like GameCube, I think, is driven a lot by just people like my age, the 20 to 30 range, that are a little bit older and want to play those games again. Like, aren't necessarily collectors, but are gamers or people with extra time on their hands now. Like I want to play Super Mario Sunshine again because it was a fire game, or Mario Kart, or Super Smash, or Twilight Princess. All those games, Paper Mario is over $100 right now on the GameCube, and that's half due to that, half due to the re-release or remake, whatever, new game. Not, yeah, it's a new game, but it's like all those games are, dude, it's so crazy. It's just so crazy. That's really all I have to say about that.
Okay, so then what do you think about the future of physical media?
Oh, I mean, so I had a thought on this. So I was collecting like physical Switch games for a while. I was buying what I could physically for the Switch, and same with PlayStation. Um, and I still kind of do with PlayStation only for resellability purposes. But I had a major shift in that sense. Like at this point, I'd almost rather a digital game. Like if I have the hard drive space and that, like if it's just the convenience factor for me at this point outweighs the cool, because for instance, and I think that's because physical games these days simply aren't as cool as physical games. Like there's no manual, the boxes kind of suck half the time, there's not even a disc in it, it's a code in the box, and like that's fucking stupid. Like straight up, I don't want to pay for that. So I had to change of heart, and I'm really only buying like physically Nintendo, I'm only buying like cool collector's editions with stuff that's like I will pay for that. Or like a game I would have bought Paper Mario, I think, but I tried it out earlier, whatever, and I kind of didn't like it, so I don't think I'm even gonna buy it. But yeah, I've only been picking up physical games when I really want to, and everything else is digital. And I think it's just, if I feel that way, someone who has, you know, thousands of dollars in physical media behind, like, I think the general consumer definitely feels that way. And I think, yeah, in 5 years, you're not going to see physical disc on the shelves. I think that the idea, it'll be like looking back at like tape disc and everything. It's like physical media. That's stupid. But I don't know. What do you think?
I used to work at Tower Records, and people would come in, buy a CD, and we were all like, you know, music geek, like CD collectors, right?
Right.
People would buy the shit, take this disc out of the thing,
Toss the case.
put it in the binder, and then just throw the case away with the papers and everything. We're like, what the fuck? So yeah, I mean, most people really do not give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Even when that was the only way to consume media too. It was like people didn't give a shit.
But yeah, I think it's like, I mean, everything you're saying is true, you know. On the one hand, cool shit is cool. Like,
yeah.
You know, what's cooler than like a special edition, like Japan only Pokemon Game Boy in the box or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Then if it's not cool, it's just plastic, and you're just like attaching this sort of weird value to it based on something, and like, you know, yeah, maybe it's a good idea just to not care about that stuff anymore.
Yeah. And with that being said, I think I'll make one note to that, is like digital game, if they're still going to sell physical and digital games have to be cheaper than physical.
I've been saying forever. What is the deal with that?
It's so stupid.
What is the deal with that?
I don't know. They know they can do it, so they do it, I think.
It's
like,
so fucked up.
It's because that's the worst thing for me, because I can't sell I can't sell a digital game, or give me the ability to transfer the title of a digital game.
You know, it's not even about like the collector's market. Like,
right.
I bought Animal Crossing. I downloaded that shit because
right.
all of you people wouldn't stop freaking talking about it.
It was fun for a while. I'm done with it now. But
caved, and I got influenced by the internet.
Yeah, dude.
Downloaded it for $60.
Oof.
Played it for like 2 hours.
Oof. It's like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah.
Now I'm stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. That sucks. And if you bought it physically, you could have sold it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I bought Last of Us 2 physically, and I better sell that quick because it's going to be like, that's the other cool thing. PlayStation, they put out a AAA like that, and then 2 months later, it's $30, like digitally.
Yeah. That's so true. Nintendo doesn't do that shit.
Nintendo never does that. But I mean, that makes the disc worthless though when they start doing that. So
Yeah.
like, like PlayStation games are like a hot potato. It's like restart that shit quick or it's not worth anything.
Beat it and flip it, or not flip it, but get rid of it.
Yeah.
You played The Last of Us 2?
Yeah, I beat it.
Oh, what'd you think? I haven't played it. I don't know if I will play it.
You play the first one?
Yeah, but I wasn't that into it.
I was super into the first one. I mean,
okay.
I've played it more times than any other game, basically.
Oh, shit.
I'm kind of an expert at it, so.
If you need tips, hit up Game Changer Mods for your Last of Us 1 tips. Maybe 2. I don't know. Are you better at the second one?
They're the same exact game. I was so pumped. Okay, listen. Last of Us 2 spoilers.
Yeah. Pause it and skip ahead if you don't want.
Maybe you could put in a mark when this is over. I'll wave my hand when it's over.
Yeah.
Anyway, you don't care.
No, I don't give a shit.
The game was whack. Like, mechanically, it was the same game pretty much.
Yeah.
The game was pretty much identical, except they threw in the ability to go prone, which is like, okay, every game ever does this.
Yeah, this is a pretty basic concept.
There's no innovation. There's no gameplay innovation. And it was just a really dumb game. It kind of insulted my intelligence story-wise. I feel like
shit.
I feel like it was very manipulative and like very it was just sort of juvenile story-wise. And
I heard that.
Trying to be real lofty and shit, but
yeah, it missed. So what would you rate the first one in comparison to the second one out of 10? If you had to give a number rating.
The first one is 10 out of 10, game of the generation.
Right.
Top 3 best games ever, basically.
Yeah, I really got to play through it again and pay attention.
The second one, I give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
But also, there's a DLC.
Right.
Which is probably the finest piece of Last of Us content.
Oh shit! So this is a DLC for the first one or for the second one?
DLC came out after the first one, a little bit after the first.
Got you.
So yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be overlooked. It's another, I think every gamer should play the first Last of Us and the DLC.
I like that. That's a good statement. That's a good overarching statement right there. I think every gamer should play the last.
And the cool thing about you should play them on the hardest mode. Play it on survivor mode and then play it again on grounded. Because otherwise you're just picking up ammo all over the place and like Ramboing through it and missing the nuance of the gameplay.
But it's not too hard, or is it fucking insanely difficult? Yeah.
It's like a puzzle game kind of.
Yeah. Because I definitely played it on like the easiest mode when I played it.
Yeah, it's less fun actually.
Yeah.
It's a rare game where the difficulty actually changes the funness of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because some games it's like bosses will just have more health, or enemies just have, and it's like.
Yeah. But it's lame when you're running around and all your ammo is just full and you can't possibly use it all, and you're just like, cool, whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, okay, so that's end of The Last of Us.
End of The Last of Us right there. Let's ask some questions from the people, dude, because we have just been, I've loved it. We've been chatting.
This is what it's all about.
That's what it's about, dude. Okay. Let's J-Boy Mods, I like the question. How has the modding scene changed since you started 3 years ago? The scene in general. We know how the mods have changed. I think everyone knows they've come out with new backlights and stuff. But how is the culture surrounding modding and kind of the people in it? We know there's a lot of new people in it right now, but like other than that, the scene in general, what do you think?
The scene in general is popping off. Like you're a good example. You're tangential to the modding scene, I would say. Like you dabble in everything. So
yeah.
This is kind of why. Look, I don't want to, not to brag or whatever, but like,
dude,
there's a book about it now.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you're an onlooker, then how does that look to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming from the author, but like, if you're like, oh, there's a Game Boy modding book now,
Right.
it's an indicator that this is like a really a growing hobby, you know?
Yeah.
So, but hey, I love to see it every day. I get new modders following me on Instagram.
That's pretty cool.
They all have their names are all on point.
Hell, what's the best? Do you have a favorite one? Do you have like a favorite? Dude, I've seen so many good names like will pop in my live stream, and I literally have to like take a 5-minute pause, just be like, "Holy shit, dude!"
There's some real good names.
Yeah.
But no, they're all good.
They're all good.
But yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's popping off. You know, I don't know. Like retro modding has come on the scene. I'm sure they were doing small things for a while, but like they've really made big pushes to like.
Yeah, really.
Like the stuff that they're manufacturing and selling is just. It's another indicator of the strength of the hobby. Like, you know, it's like
100%.
yeah, it's not a joke operation, you know.
Right. I think that's a good point. There's like multiple stores and places like retro modding now kind of that people can get stuff from. It's like if multiple of those can exist, then
yeah, like we do good, you know, but there's people who are really invested in this.
Right.
So yeah, it's just gonna grow, and the tech's gonna be pretty much perfect at some point. You know, it's just gonna be iterations. These LCDs or something. I mean, we're so close to just having a full Game Boy replacement, honestly. Like,
Yeah. Like once they figure that out, it's kind of game over for what people can do too, especially with like 3D printing and everything, and just that kind of shit's gonna start. I think, like you said, it's really gonna start popping off when people figure out how to replicate the cartridge slot. I think that's like, it's tough. Because you see like those really extreme modders like from High SB doing the extensions.
how do you say it? I'm talking about
I say High SB.
High speed.
Yeah, he made this one.
Notice,
But,
yeah.
Dude, it's full of magnet wire connecting the cartridge slot from. It's like insane, hundreds of wires.
I know. I've seen the inside.
When they can figure that out and make that easy, that's gonna change the game for, you know, someone like me who wants to try something weird out, or you that wants to try something weird out. So it's like you said, it's only gonna get crazier, which is dope. I'm down.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, it's definitely cool. So yeah, I mean, we're looking for ways to stand out, you know. So we're always trying to do things and stuff. But everyone's got a real strong voice, I think.
Yeah,
I see modders on Instagram. Here's two. What? Well, Peg City is on the way to doing dope shit.
What is it?
Peg City 8-bit.
Oh yeah, dude. I talked to him a bunch on the gram. He's a good guy.
Yeah, there's like this wooden shell that's underway. I don't know, crazy stuff there.
Yep.
This other modder that I started looking at the other day.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, you know, there's just so many people. It's hard to even keep track of.
Yeah.
I wonder what they were called. I want to shout them out.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'll put everyone we shout out, I'll put their page up like on the screen while we
Yeah, anyway, it's fun, you know.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's go to another question. I don't even know if you do this, because for me personally, I don't find a lot of time to play games really. But Blanco F36 asks, what handhelds and games do you daily? Do you even play a game daily? I don't think I play a game daily.
Hell no.
Yeah. Like I might have a game on in the background while I'm doing work, but
yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing about Instagram is like, some people really don't know that I'm a full-grown adult who has a lot of shit going on. Like,
Yeah, even me, who posts pictures of the shit every day. Dude, I don't. Newsflash, sorry to break that illusion if you thought I was playing I was playing, yeah. I'm not playing games from 8 a.m. to the time I go to sleep. It's not how it works. And sometimes I don't play games at all. They're just on.
Dude, I go on dates, I have to be like, listen.
Disclaimer.
You know what I do, right? It doesn't mean that I'm playing Pokemon all day. Like, let's just put aside that notion you have.
Yeah.
But there's so many great games for the Game Boy.
Yeah, dude. So it would be a Game Boy. You would have to say, if you were to daily a game console or handheld, if you were in a kid life for the rest of your life and you didn't have any responsibility and you were told that you had to do this.
You know what would be cool?
What's that?
Is like the Game Boy games you can play them in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Absolutely.
So maybe that would be cool to like try one a day or something. I mean, when am I ever gonna have that time? The world just ended, basically.
That's
like
the thing.
If I didn't do it over the last 3 months, then I don't think I'll ever have that opportunity.
Exactly. It's not happening. It's not happening. I rarely finish games these days. Like low key, it takes a lot for me. It takes a really fucking good game. I'm gonna finish Ghost of Tsushima. I know it, because this shit is fucking crazy. And I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. That was really good. And dude, I finished PlayStation games straight up.
I know, me too.
Like,
but that's why I was mad at The Last of Us, because for so freaking long I was like, yo, this game needs to end. I don't want to be playing this game anymore.
How long did it take? Was like hours wise? Whew, yeah. Yeah, if a game's not good at like 15, if it doesn't have me that by 15, fat chance I finish it. Just not happening.
Most of the time keep it under 20. Like, that's a PlayStation game. Keep the shit under 20.
Keep it under 20, man. That's all I got time. That's like a couple solid sessions. Like couple 5 hour, like what if I could get 5 hour gaming on the weekend one night, like that's sick. I love when I get 5 hours to like invest in a game. Very rare, but like a weekend night when I'm not drinking, which is often, honestly, 5 hours on Ghost of Tsushima is gonna be really nice.
Wait, on a night when you're not drinking?
Yeah, when I'm like not going out or not doing something with my girlfriend, or like not having fun in that kind of regard. If I want to have fun a different way, put some time into the games. Yeah. It sounds like we both don't do that a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna shout out some modders right now.
Yeah, shout out the modders, bro.
Or just people who are posting cool Game Boy content.
I love it.
These are just some people I followed recently.
You're gonna have to hit me with a list after so I can.
Sure, I'll link you to them.
Hell yeah.
8-bit play. Got a Pokemon Mini right there in the top shots. I mean, that's great. Pokemon Mini. Who was that person? Oh, this one person keeps hitting me up for this Hello Kitty. Okay.
Oh, 8-bit play. I like it. Cool stuff. I'll follow. Shoot him a follow.
Game Boy mods with 3 eyes.
Oh, okay.
Classic modder content. Amateur modding. Keep up the good work.
Yo, Game Boy mods. I like his account.
Yeah.
He's got some really nice pictures. That Game Boy I think that's a Game Boy on a grill or something, or it's just on a wire rack. That shot is dope.
Yo, okay, here's another shout out. Game Boy 3 Chud.
Oh, homie, 100%. We were chatting this 100%. Morning. We were having a chat this morning.
But like, pioneered the grill shot, literally. Game Boys on, Game Boys on food.
Oh yeah, dude, he was on that for a while ago.
For a long time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he was. Yeah. There's one. Yeah, I love his shots. He's got a lot of good stuff. I like his. I like the Gucci cases he has for his Game Boy Micros. I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking baller. That's sick. His micro collection in general. pretty off the chart.
And he's a G-Shock lover too, for sure.
Yeah, dude, he does have a good watch game as well. Shout out Game Boy Chud.
Okay, so we can talk also. There's a 3 in the middle of it.
Yeah, Game Boy 3 Chud.
Yeah,
I'm skipping over the 3. Totally skipped over 3.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll link the appropriate one, but when I'm saying it, Game Boy Chud, I can't. It completely ruins the flow of the name if you add a 3 in the middle there.
We got Game Boy _recycle. There's just some fresh mods on here.
Have to see this. Game Boy _recycle. I like the name. Shoot him a follow. Oh, the all white that's like an off white, almost like a cream.
It's very creamy, yeah.
That's nice. On it, yeah, dude. He's got some good ones. The IPSSP is a popular one there.
It is, yeah.
That's pretty cool. So these are just all, and these are all guys with like 300 followers, just young bucks in the game, dude.
Just popping up.
Just popping off left and right. That's incredible, dude. Yeah. And they had one of the lotus flower or Fiji boy. That was pretty sick.
They're popping off.
Yeah, they're so sick.
Okay, I think I found the one I really wanted to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also Jamesy Plays.
Jamesy Plays.
Yeah,
Jamesy Plays.
The Zach Morris mod that they just put out.
Oh shit, he follows me too, so I definitely gotta follow him. Other people didn't follow me, so it's all good. But damn, these are so sick.
NXT.stop.please. This is the one I'll...
NXT. Stop please.
Stop.please.
Also follows me. I'll shoot him a follow back. Damn, dude, he's definitely got some good stuff going on.
Yeah, this was one that
yeah. The purple wavy one. That discolored grape GBC shape, a marbled makeover.
Yeah.
Which one was your favorite?
This on Next Stop Please, this Pikachu t-shirt, you see that?
Oh, like the second photo there? Or is that a Pikachu blanket? What am I?
Go down.
Oh, the pre-order the Pikachu t-shirt.
Yeah. What is that? Is that from the printer or something like that? Or is that just the title screen of Pokemon Yellow?
Yeah, it's the title screen for Pokemon Yellow.
And it looks good on a shirt.
It looks fantastic. I don't know how he will not get in trouble for that in any way, but it looks really good.
It's a Wild West out there. Yeah,
it definitely is. Who knows, really? I've definitely, I've done some questionable things like that, I guess, using art from Nintendo licenses, but not a direct copy like that. That is a straight rip of the title screen. It's cool. But
it's cool, and it's a good yellow. But I mean, me and Ben have this sort of, because we kind of do that with Game Boys,
right?
And we got a cease and desist on the Hello Kitty one
from Nintendo or from Hello Kitty, like Natsume or whoever makes it. Yeah. From who?
Sanrio, the Hello Kitty company.
Yeah.
It was like through Etsy was like, we removed this item. There was a complaint. Don't post it again.
I've got one from Nintendo.
For what though?
From when I was selling the development systems, the dev kits.
On eBay?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to?
No, and Nintendo contacted me through eBay, I guess. Or somehow they contacted eBay, and eBay, I got 2 letters, one from Nintendo, one from eBay type shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they got strict rules. Like my dad's business is on eBay too, and he sells rock and roll memorabilia.
Yeah.
And he was selling these John Lennon items for the last couple of months, and people can claim whatever they want basically, and restrict you from selling something. He was trying to sell a photograph.
Right.
The photographer was like, you can't sell that. I have the rights to it.
Right.
But it was an original print or whatever.
Right. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. It's you have the rights to this object.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, this is a physical thing. I own this. I should be able to sell it.
But yeah, I can understand. I mean, Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Basically making bootleg Hello Kitty merchandise.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I get the dev kit thing too. Like, maybe I don't know. It's old. It's all old equipment. Nobody's gonna hack your. It's not like I'm throwing out Switch dev kits.
Right, like they don't want the knowledge to get out there.
I
It's
think that's the idea. They don't want the knowledge of like what. Yeah, just like what these things were, because people could reverse engineer. I think the thinking is people could reverse engineer these systems in a way that would make like pirating games easier or stuff like that. Like, I don't know. They're probably worried about a lot of shit, honestly. I mean, they're pretty powerful. Think about it. It's the thing that makes the game, so, or aids in making the games. So, kind of makes sense. I don't know. I was like, okay, I'll stop. And then I sold it on Mercari.
okay.
It's just, so, whatever.
But yes, so when we designed the Game Boys, we have this we say like slap it on there. We don't want to just like take a graphic and slap it on the Game Boy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what this Pikachu shirt is.
Right.
I'm sure there was some Photoshop work done, but
yeah, I mean, it's colorized, I guess. The original one's in black and white, essentially.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So Wild West out there, basically.
Yeah. Damn. Do I have anything left in terms of questions from the crowd? Peg City actually asked a question. Peg City 8-Bit wanted to ask, any tips for modders looking for Game Boys with the recent spike in price on eBay and Yahoo auctions? There you go. He's experiencing a little spike in price. What do you say? Just keep looking elsewhere?
This actually, I remember there was something I wanted to say earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a good way to answer this question.
Yeah.
You know better than anybody that the job, if you wanna buy and sell stuff, especially stuff like collectible games or collectibles, the job is finding it.
Yeah.
So
100%. 100%.
You have to have. So that's why if people get mad, what, you bought this for $40 and now you're reselling it at market rate for $140. It's because you got up at 6 a.m. and went to the garage sale or whatever. It's
Right.
like that's the job.
Yeah.
It's worth the money.
Yeah.
That's what the price increase is all about. That's the
Right.
profit.
Right.
So when you're trying to find Game Boys or trying to find stuff to resell, eBay is a big part of it. And a huge part of the time, hours is spent refreshing that shit all day long.
Yep.
So don't think you can dip on there every couple hours or every 2 days whenever you need a Game Boy.
Right, and just
Find
find
one at a good price.
Right.
Because there's plenty of people out there who are sniping them within minutes.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want Game Boys for cheap, I'm not going to give away our source.
Yeah. That is a great point. And we love you, everyone that's watching this, but your boy's got a great point. People ask me the same question all the time. It's like, dude, I could tell you some secrets or I probably won't. I mean,
fuck you. Not fuck you, Peg City. Like,
yeah.
But I'm saying like
we just talked so much good stuff about him, but now fuck you.
I'm not gonna give out my source on a podcast and be like, oh yeah. There you go. Like,
yeah, 100%.
But I'll give out the tip. That is,
that's what I always do too.
Hang out on eBay and refresh that shit, and you'll find remarkable deals, insane deals.
Right.
You'll spend $40 on like a lot of games that has like 2 like $100 games in it.
Yep.
And like it happens all the time.
All the time. It's how I've gotten all the collection pretty much is all paid for by buying stuff in lots. And
if you don't see it on eBay for the price that you want, this is a PSA. It doesn't mean that it's not going on eBay for that price. It means someone else bought it already and you missed it.
100%.
Hang out at the front of the line, folks, if you want the good. That's all it is.
That's it, dude. And diversify where you're looking. Don't just check one place. Check as many places as you can that your sanity allows.
Google has a lot of options.
Google's good too, man. Google's a powerful tool. Y'all definitely.
Yeah.
I love getting DMs, but Google's definitely more powerful than my Instagram inbox.
It's funny, they could type it into the inbox, but not Google. You know?
Yeah. No hate to anyone that does that, but I'm just saying Google's, and I often direct people. I'm like, yo, I just Google search
I hate saying that though. Google it. Like,
yeah.
But honestly, like, where do you get buttons from? I'm like, first of all, you know where I get my buttons from. I put
it's like in my bio. Yeah.
And second of all, type that shit into fucking Google.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? Like,
yeah, dude. It's
good, honestly. Like, whenever I do these things, I feel like I talk too much shit. But
no,
you know,
I feel like we've had a good balance today. We've promoted a lot of people, so now we can talk some shit.
I feel like all these modders coming up, you know, this is my livelihood.
Right.
So if they can't even Google where to get buttons from, they're not too big a threat, probably. So,
100%.
Yeah, but
it's not that hard to. It's just not that hard. That's all I gotta say on it. I love if you've done a bunch of Googling and you've done like your own research and you just want to shoot the shit. I'll shoot the shit with you over a stupid question. Like, I don't know, dude. But if you can't answer and you think I have a little bit more experience than someone, like I like getting questions about the monitors because I feel like truthfully, finding shit on Google about these is still hard for me. Like. So I understand someone coming to me with like a question about that I like talking about it. So it's all good. But like, yeah, I like your example. Like, where do I order the colored buttons from? What backlight is the best? It's like, dude, first of all, like highly, highly opinionated at this point. So you're going to have to do some research.
Yeah. But it's all good.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're just talking shit. It really is all good. I don't care that much.
But yeah, so are there YouTube channels about those TVs? There's got to be something, right?
Yeah, dude. Shout out Retro Tech. Retro Tech on YouTube. That's how I've got pretty much all my knowledge on these. And these are when we're talking about these TVs. It's an old CRT, but it's a professional video monitor. This one, JVC makes it. Or Victor in Japan. I got this one from Japan, and it's they're just the best quality display you can get for original hardware, like a Super Nintendo or, you know, NES, whatever, Dreamcast. I have the Dreamcast on there too. So original CRT televisions, like consumer sets it's measured in TV lines. This is like super nerding out, but it'll be like 400 TV lines or something around. That'd be high end for a consumer set, but this has double that. This is 800 lines. So it's like a 480p versus a 1080p kind of thing, and for an old game. So yeah, shit's lit. And it's also very niche, like people are into that shit, you know. It's cool.
It's one of those things like vinyl where someone like, I mean, you always want to hear it on like the truest version.
Yeah.
You know, on vinyl, on like a turntable from the 70s, like a tube amp. Like, get the most authentic sound because that's what they designed it for.
Right.
And, like, it's the same basically thing. And it's also funny because, like, when I see those TVs, I'm like, how does that thing still work?
It's crazy.
Meanwhile, people say that about records, too. Like, those things sound good?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you just don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You've seen them in the trash and stuff. And, like,
right.
So you don't know. Like, that TV behind you looks like it's really... it looks fresh.
And this has 60,000 hours or something. It's like, this is considered like a pretty used one almost, like a high end of hours. And it still looks like, I mean, the colors are better than my monitor that's in front of me. Like, it's crazy. So
that's how they measure you get a certain amount of hours and then you have to replace the tube or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, the tubes, so there's a lot of things that can go bad on them. Like the capacitors inside same with like changing Game Boy capacitors or whatever. Like stuff gets out of spec to the point where certain things won't work. Like if a Game Boy capacitor gets out of spec, the volume might not work or whatever. So you got to change it. And it's the same thing. Certain capacitors will affect certain functions of the monitor. And then, yeah, the tube life is kind of like the overall thing, because you can replace capacitors, but you can't really, there's no like saving a tube once the tube is shot, or if it has like serious burning or whatever, like you got to get rid of it and get a replacement or find a replacement basically. So these are something that's like genuinely dying. Like there's a shelf life for sure.
Right.
It's cool. Anything else, bro? Any other hobbies you have? Because this is my weird hobby. Do you have any other weird hobbies?
Nah,
you're pretty vanilla as far as hobbies go.
I mean, it's weird because like, I mean, I love biking so much.
Yeah.
But I don't really sort of identify as a biker.
Identify as a biker.
Yeah, when summer comes around, I'm just out there in the streets, just like cruising, you know.
How many miles you bike in a day, you think?
My record for the summer is like 40, I think.
40 in one day?
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Is that just all around New York City, or are you going you exploring, venturing out?
Well, not outside of the 5 boroughs.
Yeah,
these
that's what I'm
bike
saying.
protests go through all 5 boroughs.
So you see everything?
Yeah.
That's pretty
cool.
cool.
I've never seen before.
Really? I mean, yeah, I'm sure you could walk around the city and just always see something new. The city's always changing too. Like I'm sure you see stuff that's there 1 month, gone the next, like gone after 3 months or even sooner.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, New York City's like all just boarded up. It's like it's a lot like Last of Us 2, actually.
Oh shit. Yikes.
Yeah, it looks like that.
All right, I got one more question we'll end it on. I kind of like this question. This is just a good philosophical question. You can answer it however you want. And we got No Life Gaming. I might steal this for like future episodes. Just ask this kind of at the end.
Okay, cool, yeah.
This is, will it ever be enough?
Yes.
Yes.
So I was thinking, you know, I'm enjoying my life.
I was just going to say, plug the shirt, dude.
And yeah, it is enough. You know, I have so much, and I don't need too much more right now, you know. When I do things and keep striving for things, it's not like because I haven't fulfilled some part of me, or that I'm never satisfied and need more. I think it's just more a natural process of continuing to go forward with things. And I mean, I'm thankful to have sort of achieved a lot of my goals that I've had for a very long time, you know, to some degree or another. And like the Game Boy modding thing is like a weird thing that happened to me that is like this sort of bonus achievement, and like that I've been able to cross it over with like my life's ambition of writing books. I mean, I think that's enough for me right now. You know, not that I'm just going to say, okay, I'm done. I'm saying I have enough. I'm gonna nurture this and just like continue to have enough. You know, I feel like that's my attitude is just like, you got to do something with your life. You got to do something with your time. So like, why not just to continue to pursue things that give you joy? You know, so it'll never be enough in that I'll never come to a conclusion and say, okay, it's enough. I can stop now.
Yeah.
It'll never be enough like that. But
no,
in the sense that like I'm a madman, like striving, like the world is not enough. I need Mars too, kind of thing. Like I don't feel that way at all. I feel like my life out here, all things considered, it's crazy out here. But I wake up every morning and I'm like just laughing at how ridiculous and crazy my life is. So,
me too, a little bit.
Isn't that weird?
It's the same thing.
Yeah. So yeah, yes and no.
Cheers to that, man.
Cheers.
That water, what are you drinking now?
This is blood orange juice.
Hey. Well, thank you for coming on today. Appreciate you coming and chatting, talking about Game Boy modding, the book, life at the end there. That was nice. Life in the city. Covered it all. Appreciate you, Greg.
Appreciate you.
Anything you want to plug right now or anything you want to say?
Yeah. Go buy the book.
Go buy the book, dude.
Link in description, maybe? I don't know.
I'll definitely throw up the link in the description. 100%. We're YouTubers now. I have to do that.
Yeah.
And, that's required.
We got big things popping up next week. Oh, LI Retro. You were there last year.
Yeah, dude.
Are you a guest at this one?
I'm not.
Okay. I think Jay.
Yeah, Jay's probably a guest.
That's on August 8th. It's like a virtual thing.
August 8th, virtual LI Retro. So you're going to be doing like a live interview or something?
We're going to be doing a panel with Wolfden and Guy with the Hair.
Dope.
They came through the studio the other day.
Awesome.
And they're going to be dropping some hot Game Boy modding, Game Changer mod vids. I believe that. I don't know. Bob, if this is a secret, I'm sorry, but the video's dropping Tuesday at 10 a.m. It's the Game Changer mods video.
Game Changer mods on the Wolf Den YouTube channel. I'll also put that in the description. You probably already subscribed to him, but also another good guy in the community.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, when this conversation airs, it's going to be a matter of hours. You said Monday night this is dropping?
Yeah, I should be able to, there's not much editing that has to be done. I think I should be able to get it up Monday night.
Yeah, so tune in tomorrow, Tuesday morning for this Wolf Den video, and we're going to be doing the panel with them at LI Retro.
Hell yeah.
And so it was cool that we got to fit this in too. It's been a real fruitful week. So
awesome,
I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, thank you, Greg. I hope you have a good rest of your day, brother.
You too. See ya.
Peace.